Hi, good evening to we listeners and favorite listeners of Answer for Radio FM 100.5. And of course, this is the program where can always reach you on every Wednesday, listens to you. And of course, at the studio, as we always know, say, I can always be una host on this particular program. And of course, we deal with a very young and passionate individual. We are an activist, and of course, looking at the climate change. And we already know, say, we dey move now to the rain season. We don't foresee how activists and advocacy go able lead we for make we give more sense to we brothers and sisters that we dey live na Freetown and other places in a slum areas them. But of course at the studio we deal with brother when Mohammed Amidu Koma from Yakan
We can.
we can
Yeah.
right Sierra Leone. And of course for make we go know about this individual in the studio we want for Gam the time for making go introduce himself and for the listeners and for get them very clear. Yes, welcome to Business to Youth.
Yeah, good afternoon, listeners.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Okay. So moving forward, of course, we already done deal with Boss Amidou Komawina, the Executive Director for West African Children's Advocacy Network Sierra Leone, where now we can. Welcome to Distance to Youth. And for make we kickstart this program today, when I Distance to Youth, we want to look at the actions where young people they take most of make we able combat climate change. But we look at the advocacy area where Boss Amidou David we in the studio for make will give more sense to young people and a young give sense to youth na a platform where they create a lot of senses or try for give more capacity to we young um, generation for make them go able know most of the things that we go able guide them in regards to success and all issues related to all sectors we get for do with either youth empowerment, youth in sports, entertainment, advocacy, and a lot of things that we go make we guide we young brothers and sisters and for make them go be very productive in the generation we now the Gen Z. But for make we get that particular one day very clear from we host to we guest to we get that studio today. Of course, in get for be joined by a brother we come out from the IPAM, University of Sierra Leone, Institute of Public Administration and Management from the Financial Service Association. We get for do with we na boss Mufti. And before we come to Boss Mufti, we go for join me very soon. One for start with brother winner Boss Amedu in regards to waiting we don't see the role of young people into climate change. And we know say rain season then at the corner. And for now we don't dey experience a lot of climate change, a lot of things same way related to climate change. But for make we get that particular one they very clear, we want for give more time for we brother for make it go. First of all, tell we when we talk of climate change and more so the role of young people and where we go able play. And today happen for be the World Art Day, for make we all get a goal where we dey play. Of course, answer for radio don't give the platform to young people. What you go able tell we first of all when we talk of the World Art Day and the role of young people into climate change as an activist.
Well, first of all, thank you for this platform.
Yeah.
And we as young people want to see we get roles and responsibility we will get for play in a community and society at large. Today, the world celebrates the World Art Day, where other countries they celebrate in different way. Where in Sierra Leone, we only see so many loopholes and lapses. Whereas, and this particular day for be a day where everybody forgets a platform where they go learn and get the awareness of how things don't work out when it comes to climate change, when it comes to global warming, when it comes to different things there. And coming to the area at which the roles where young people they play, terms of addressing climate change in our community. And I want to make a very clear say climate change that way don't dey affect we great, you know. And if you look at the environment them, we dey find out say even we self the citizens them that we don't dey do things them we dey like today it affect we health and it affect we community. Whereas we dey see communities and now then they burn dirty, which of course, nice. Then thing that's then don't see that's where they born, in other countries them, then they recycle them and for reuse am again. I dey able recycle and then there are a lot of platforms and they for make it land. So that you self able for contribute meaningfully in the communities. And when it comes to the cutting down of trees, you know, you dey experience say free turn before during 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 before 2010 to 2012 14, you experience a free turn a very quiet and cool and city. Whereas in the evening you dey experience extreme heat and now you dey find out say in the evening by 5 from now upward you dey begin find out say like the heat don dey too much. At night you no dey able for sleep if you light no dey. So these are all things wey dey affect you indirectly. And also when it comes to flooding, we dey find out say we the people as well, we the same young people them that we back dey go na dem community there so usai we for secure and ensure say create a passage wey water dey pass, we dey dump dirty dem dey. As a result of that, if water no get no side for pass, honestly, my man, wetin dem the next thing wey you expect na a flood. And when flooding dey happen, dey only commit and things wey dey make people feel like say yes, this is big disaster. E also dey for take life, you know. So the approach I think say young people dem for serve as the voice in the community and involve into community cleaning and also try for serve as watchdog. Whereas any side we see e colleagues dem dey go and dump dirty, hold dat person dem accountable and correct am and if e take am to the law. Dat makes the Freetown City Council dem dey also dey do extremely well when it comes to that. But their work dem dey do well as government institution. But we the citizen, we as young people we sef get roles for play in our community. We believe say if we no dey really address the issue dem dey and then we for see how best we dey find solution for we sef, it go be very nice. Recently I go Makeni and in the afternoon I experience a drastic heat, you know. The place so warm into
As
a sense,
compared
yes,
to
yeah,
before. Yeah.
yeah, that's compared to before. Because before when they go in a community and then city
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
you experiencing a very cool, quiet side. But now I experience very hot actually like there is a need for make government begin enforce certain laws them wey they able for stop people where they cut down trees and then community then they because too much deforestation, and then they plant back the tree, then it impact negative effect to the um daily life of we citizens them and also we peoples them. Because if anything dey happen, now it can make way fire incidents can happen where there is heat, it can find out say it is very challenging for make na coincidence they be so solved so easily.
Yeah.
You know. So we believe say if we are well informed, we are well aware and we're ready for create the change that we community, we as young people, the best thing we can do we for serve as watchdog and serve as an ambassador in these communities and see how best we're able for address the issue then within the community level.
Yeah. I think that's really very good in regards to the contribution we don't get as a guest in regards to the distance to youth because this platform where we dey give to young people and for make them calm and motivate other young people for give more sense to them in regards to all the actions the way we dey take for make we able protect we planet, the earth, and also for make we go also create a platform where will be very conducive and also accessible to all other parts or sectors. But again, looking at the climate change where you don't dey talk about, we don't dey see a lot of changes into the climate change. We don't dey see the heat wey don too much. We don't dey see in regards to the normal system wey we don used to. Trade, can I say like when we say 4, 5, 6 o'clock, we dey experience dark, but looking at the system where they operate present day, we dey see around then 6 o'clock, then 7 o'clock, we see they get a brighter day, with all that they get for do with the climate change. But also, let me look at we own as mortal man, as young people, wetin we dey do wey really dey affect the climate, wey we think say tomorrow e also get for get an effect to we wey get for do with waste management. Most of the young people we don dey see we all don dey play very negative role. I can tell you, we are in the waste wey we dey get, or the dirty wey we dey get from homes dem, we can always take them for bring them out of the street. And I want to tell you, Boss Ahmed, looking at from Eastern, we middle observe coming from Eastern every day, you dey see a lot of dirty in the morning hours, where you dey see a lot of dirty na the highway, where people dem dey bring them dirty them from the backyard, from the compound dem, bring them dirty dem dey, because they understand say Freetown City Council dey or get the responsibility for take them dirty dem dey. But we no know say in turn, if city council no able get the fuel, or no able get resources, or able get the equipment, or the resources wey at least they were able create or able do for make them able take responsibility of them kind dirty dem dey wake a park na street, we also get an effect from the dirty dem dey. You don't think say we as we young people get a role for play in regards to advocacy for make we continue for talk?
And thank you for the question. And one thing I want to make very clear here, when it's come to doing something good for your country, you no need for wait for international
Or
support
government or say,
or other
yeah,
governments.
yeah.
One gets responsibility for player citizens. Government they try their only to best. Who said they able for it? If they're not able for reach out all areas, see they able for do this. So we as young people, we believe say we will be able to self accountable, because if you say you want for advocate on this particular issue, you have to look at your environment first and see how you dey start am from your environment level, from the grassroots level. You know, say like the community will say you find yourself a very community where as people you know they throw trash yourself. You can come and develop ideas when they organize cleaning every weekend and provide trash can them. If you money not dey, again you get I mean I say sometimes some of them things them kind of them things that we dey throw out, we can able for use and recycle am instead
Yeah.
of trash bin, you know. And we don't dey see, we don't dey observe, say we dey experience a lot of extreme heat and other things and back where we think say young people self watching so am. We the same young people we pay up. How the same people back who defend people say how we get sai we be able for cut and stick the house we able for sell am. And we the same people back and we they come say well we get young set of young people where they go out na areas them, they say they clean saloon and then they collect people their money and take that out today, they don't even go put another appropriate location where government assigned for store them out and they instead they go back, then they put us some then end up water their soul. So when you see come, whether if you see the effects,
Yeah.
now we the people back.
Sure.
So if we don't be well informed, understand say things they would do not nice. I believe say in terms of advocacy, we for be well understand how we be able for disseminate the message. You know, in bringing professionalism and taking the local action, that's two different, you know. Maybe you they come in the public, they speak. You know, I mean, I village, you know, you understand. No. So like we get for see how best we they go to the least marginalized community educate na mami wey no able for understand ABC for see how best e sef able for protect im environment by keep am clean and also ensure say e able for use dat same approach dey back for advice the people dem back wey get around. So we believe say young people with voice is very powerful. In other country like Nigeria, Ghana, when young people stand up for something, you dey know say these are people who are ready. So one of the things we observe over the years, we the youth we always depend we dey look to the big one dem before. Once for me say we dey say we not get the capacity or we not get the finance for
You will not get a
we
platform.
not get the
Yeah.
platform for come out and own self. You don't wait for people to give you the platform. You go out there. You take the front seat for yourself. In capacity, that moment dey you might not know everything, but you get to be open for learn and see how best you can able for utilize that knowledge dey and try for and bring am into your own local continent wey dey into your own local context wey you dey able for solve problem in our community. So like then you should also know happen. Yearly we don dey see flooding, yearly we don dey hear incidents, we don dey hear say so community don flood by water and we don lost so many people. So like as we dey approach the rain season, we believe say na a very crucial moment and this year we don dey get rains dem fastly because we don get the first year this we see say we get rain inside dry season
Mm-hmm.
and we sef get for understand say the climate gets
Yeah.
some things away, some negative and signs away in the therefore show out to we, you know.
Yeah, listener,
Yeah,
a signal. Yeah.
me not to me earlier than they per se I go
Yeah.
cancel hotel, but I believe say this year rain season we get to be very conscious of the community and we get to be very careful and very aware about things about it. Wearing kind of net, we have to be very conscious because if we don't begin get gain during dry season and rain season they can fastly approach, we believe say we get to be wise enough and we get to see how best we can able for organize community dialogue and able for educate community on how for keep environment clean and how for help clean drainage dem. If you not get the finance, the community itself dey able mobilize money for say okay now as far as they don see say you get the passion, you get the you want for see how best you dey able for bring change at the community and dem believe in you. The community can say okay now okay mo buy this material so for ensure say able for use am for clean. The community able for provide that for you and we are able for keep the community clean and able for protect the community and prepare the community for any coincidence wey dey happen. You know, for the heat side, we know say e dey affect everybody. You know, more especially wey light wey dey dey. The way people dey observe experience extreme heat during the night. It's really disheartening. So we believe say if government don dey put certain policies dem in place for then company dem wey dey dey into timber and then other small pockets company dem back wey dey dey into tree cutting. If the government don dey put certain policy dem in place say okay now we no dey stop una from una do una work. If una dey cut dis tree, at least una for plant another tree.
Yeah.
You cut one, plant
You
five.
replace.
So
Yeah.
like you dey able for create snap wey at least e no go able for affect the community. So I dey we dey get wild animals dem wey dem dey within we surrounding. But because of the rapid cutting down of trees because of
And the
timber
human
whatever,
activities.
and like
Yeah.
e don dey drive so many animals dem wey people dem for dey come outside of countries dey come as terrorism, we can see how best Sierra Leone image look fine and so that they're able for attract investors dem na the country. So with all that dey only affect the government as in operation, e also dey affect the livelihood of the people. Because if we don't dey get anything to dey around, we believe say things dey be very well safe and it able for add income to the economy because the more you get investors from
Investors,
other
yeah,
countries, then
yeah,
the economy dey boom. So we believe say young people therefore be very well informed and we will not wait for make person say, oh sorry, Abdullah, take this step also for ensure say we will more always willing and ready for take the change and see how best we able for bring with communities and society we want for see am.
yeah. I think this not a call we brother don't already highlighting regards to young people and for make we take up steps them for make we able create a change in the society. And of course when we look at the change of weather, you know, and of course most times like you say earlier on, say for the past years we not been experience the rain season inside the season, you know. But now something we don't experience, that's something we don't happen. We don't see that's not a signal to we as mortal man then for make we able make sure say yes, we need to prepare before the time come back. And of course we already know say as anytime where we say rain season, the kind of disaster that really happen it's too
Definitely.
much. And more so for people where they na slum areas and for people where they na hilly places them, and of course, inside Freetown, we not say the risk is too much. But we dey try for give more sense for make we able call on the young people and for take actions. And these are the best time for make we as young people go out of the streets for make we able make sure say we protect the community where we dey live. But Boss Ahmed, this now something where young people always turn the look at for say in regards to me community, if government not come and make something or government not come and do something, I'm not going to take any action. You know, I don't know in that kind of content, you as an activist, waiting or waiting that the goal way on another they play for making able change that kind of narrative.
Well, through my organization,
Yeah,
we don't see how best we organize trainings, community dialogue
yeah, engagement
for
more.
young people them. So that the purpose of them training they also would organize. Now for see how best we dey reshape the mindset of young people there also.
Serve as a
So that
reminder. Yeah.
they can able for go in them communities, able for take this message home, able for see how best they will believe in themselves and take up the leadership in help solving the problem. Also,
Yeah.
I make mention earlier say government no capable for do everything 100%.
Sure.
But believe say within we self, if we really want to see change our community, we dey see how best we dey work together in our community and help solve the community problems. Then.
Okay.
You know, we don't say when they come, we dey get a lot of disaster, and we know they happy for see that day. So that is why in the organization what they work with, one of the key things we dey look at now for ensure say we able for train community youth leaders them for be as a community change makers them and also not only train them, also bring them into climate replanting activities then where then they plant trees them in our local community, schools and other different areas them for ensure say number we able for keep the environment safe. Because if the environment safe, me and you two dey able for do everything common.
Yeah.
But if the environment not safe, me and you two, it will be very challenging for me and you two even serious to discuss
Yeah.
things. So like we dey look at all into the activities and they and provide the leadership for young people and provide the capacity building training for them and see how best they set able for contribute meaningfully in our community and society at large.
Okay, thank you so much. And of course, this is the program where now give sense to you to make you always get you now answer for radio FM 100.5 and of course online TV. And today on day we dey look at some of the actions that we young people that we for take every day for make we will prevent disasters and really happen in regards to the climate change. And of course, we don't see a lot of things that really happen. We actually send a bad signal or more so get an effect to young people. And when we look at the sea, we look at the air and land. When we go to the sea, we dey see a lot of young people or we see we community safe. We ageable people and they take dirty, we send them at the sea. We, of course, tomorrow, that fish wey dey na sea also need a platform, need a space where himself go able move up and down. Wey tomorrow we go able go and fishing, we get that fish, we able eat and sustain we life. But according to the activities the way young people dem, according to the activities wey we as mortal man dey undertake, also don dey get an effect to them kind of bad things dem dey. But let me look at the crime, the waste management. And one of the things where the Sierra Leone police don't look at or don't take actions with other security personnel, then therefore do with the cleaning na the beach areas and also sport areas the way we think say na a red zone for say where rain come or we get any cause out rain we go come we go cause a lot of damage. I think we go got affected. But the Sierra Leone police and other security apparatus them not coming or make them continue for take more actions in regards to the cleaning exercise. But we dey see a lot of young people and they sit down, they wait, say now the police and you roll and they, you know. And where we they go out na the streets, you go don't buy biscuits or you go don't buy banana or you buy whatever thing where you dey eat as a young person. You know, you go don't eat, you take the dirty, wetin you go do now for just take am. That is not something wey very clear. Boss Ahmed, even me and you can do am na street, you know. But you know think say in turn, that dirty wey we dey take we dey send at street, tomorrow get an effect to we, as you don dey say earlier on.
Just like how you dey emphasize on the areas of flooding, and that affects we self expect because one, when you throw dirty na street, and then same dirty then they keep going like gutter.
Yeah.
And I can recall back then 2018 when this government became a power, then be impose a weekly cleaning, whereas I think every Saturday or Sunday.
Yeah. At least we get
Yeah.
a rest in the way
Yes,
we dey clean
we get
the
a rest in the way
compounds,
they
yeah.
clean. And that initiative was very, very nice. Because something they will be experiencing, the streets will be the dirty, like a dirty now, and the communities and the very big clean. Because one, you know, say if you not go and clean a community, if they come can expect a community, you know how for when they beat you or not many law only, you know, and they be very, very nice. So compared to now, we like they remove that automatically they get so many laxes. You know, I can remember back then it's during the time we maybe they go school, you know, where they buy eat, and they put it in a bag,
Sure.
and they put it in a
When
bag.
I practice,
Then
yeah.
where they gonna always remove it, they ask, hey boo, dirty in your bag, why? I say because now school, maybe the teacher would say, where you eat, you know, for to eat trash now go on.
Sure.
That for keep on, where you eat near trash can, it is put on there. And it be so nice dancing and day, and that's we grab up put. But all of a sudden we dey see so many people and they even like Kilona Motuka, where she don't buy the where she don't
They just send them
they send the
outside.
rubber.
Yeah.
So like if you get something way you know okay, nice. Just like what they said before you trade the dirty outside, at least put some you get people that they really need of nego by the for recycle them and use nego by the for economical benefits.
Sure.
Just like Audis and Freetown Innovation Hub they do. Majority of the things that they use now recycle things them. So they are making I know we say that they make much money from them, but
But at least
they're able for sustain
maintain the yeah.
their activities
Sure.
on through them things and the way they're able for get out from trash and see how well they're able for recycler. That people are able for seeing design and they so like just like how they say we believe say if we dey protect the area, protect the environment and see how best we go stop the habits then for to rate trash in our streets. And we strongly believe say we can able for keep the community clean, able for see how best we can able for bring that change and a difference. You know, if you go to another country then like what
Yeah.
so you they think say like that country where people the way people they see perspective with
Because una don't live, una don't
yes,
go na other
yes.
country,
You know,
una don't see
you
wetin
know,
dey
definitely.
happen.
You know, you can only say you can only talk much, but we cost of living. But
Mm-hmm.
even if you compare with other countries, I mean, brother, they say I'm rely on what you dey do.
Yeah,
So
sure.
like them thing and they all we dey look at and see how best we say if we come back now we will look at communities them
Mm-hmm.
and see how we able for put things into practice on what we see in other countries and
Sure.
for compare with countries and for match out on that standard way one for see the country, we believe say that's like a big step for we as young people. Not to pass you say I want for left the country, go now that one country say because of the country I not able for hotel. You came within a country and build a country to how you want for see.
Sure.
The freedom we get as alone, the border I can tell you, you don't get another any other country so far unless until otherwise, you know. But the mindset people don't dey grab up with to believe
Mm.
say when they talk about Eastern, remember say Eastern na two things you remember about. Eastern, remember say Eastern get traffic, Eastern na dirty
Dirty,
community.
dirty.
So like if we dey try for change their
You
mindset
get some smell away.
like if you dey try for change their mindset
Yes.
like you say wey dey know say as the mentality, the way they
Mm-hmm.
think. If you remember say the way they think the same way they come up and
Sure.
the way they think na two different things. So
Yeah.
like it's not about it's you training your mind
Mm-hmm.
for think differently and see how you're able for incorporate change in your community. We believe say that's gonna be very nice.
Yeah. Thank you so much. And of course, I just the smile behind the camera when my brother they talk about when they talk of Eastern, we they think about two things: the traffic and the dirty. That's not a kind of perspective. That's not the belief or the kind of sense where we don't get as young people and also where they live inside Freetown for say Eastern a dirty place. And you get some smell where you get na the eastern part of Freetown. You can western, you know wherever get a kind smell.
Ah,
But also then they all the gears also the gears too, the kind of actions we as young people need for take. Because I believe you look at the percentage of young people where they live in Eastern. It is, can I say, up to 80% of young people we dey live na Eastern. So how we not able to take actions for able control or for make we able take actions for able maintain the system of Eastern because looking at the western side of Freetown, we say you dey see so compound. You know, go take dot, you go put an at it. If you go put an at it, something that one person will just watch it and say, by the way you do so, it's very wrong. But Eastern, everybody can do whatever thing way you want for do. Let's look at the actions or the role of the security aspect, the police them, and look at the Freetown City Council. Of course, they don't already give themselves say they will take dirty and treat. You as an individual, like you just take dirty, you put an treat. The Freetown City Council will come and capuam and take them. But also, we also see a lot of young people already dying on the street. Yeah, we dey see a lot of dead body dem instead of people call na the nearest police station or call the Freetown City Council make they can take actions. Wetin dem go do? Dem go just take the dead body, then put am na the highway or put am na the street. You know think say also all dem things dem dey affect and also let me look at the kind of companies dem or the factories dem wey we get na Eastern. All dem things dem you no think say dey affect young people?
these are things we don't dey see very challenging.
Mhm.
More especially when it comes to the aspect of way we young people in Kiden athletes or any other person so
Mhm.
far.
Yes,
We then
inside of
yes,
maybe you can say drug.
we then
Mhm.
when they Kiden athletes, are they always you can see these debates, council or the police who is responsible, you know. And
Mhm.
why is council then can come and about say the responsibility and the tax has already been divided, whereas the police them and they don't give the tax indirectly for serving our capacity there,
Yeah,
you
but
know.
also the
But
Ministry of Social
yeah,
Welfare
yes,
also gets a role.
but also back, then
Mhm.
the police back can come back and talk say now council then get the right and responsibility for itself. Like
Mhm.
I can see are very funny,
Yeah.
because one of the
Everybody
things
they
here
push in.
itself, it can
Yeah.
happen to anybody in family.
Mhm.
You know, what if it's your family? How will
Yeah.
you feel in that
Yeah.
situation? So we strongly believe, say, and if anything and then they happen, and we don't see how best we able for work as young people together and see how we able for bring calm solution towards them problem also. I believe
Like
say
we
and
only
try for
push
all
it.
them people that
Yeah,
are accountable. One
sure.
of the things that we people that they pay for realize young people will afraid for doing anything so far. And within our country you as young people, you therefore not need to talk. Because if you want for express you fundamental human rights,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
You also need
you
to
dey get they
responsible.
also
Yeah,
only responsible,
yeah.
therefore be mindful of yourself. Now aspect of free speech,
You
then
know
they sing
the
and say,
yeah.
hey, free speech, what I don't think say
You know they're
it's
not salon.
operating in
It's
Sierra Leone.
something very clear
Because
where we need
if
for
he
say.
thinks that they
Yeah.
happen and you cannot beat any platform they are so and they say things them when you think say yes, they need for address,
Yeah.
then they see you as threats
Mm-hmm.
to them own self. Like if he in a request for support, as far as you're not part of their cabal,
Yeah.
it may very be challenging for
You'll
you.
be a threat.
So
Mm-hmm.
like then thing also believe say that in this way they make young people they give up. But we don't for look at anything and they always be strong and try for see how best we be able for work tirelessly and try for change what we believe in.
Yeah.
So that
I think also it's something very clear. My brother just don't highlight now, yeah, more so in regards to the freedom of speech we get in a salon. Of course, and say we get the freedom of speech, but whenever you say something, we go against the government or go against of one party or whatever thing, you will also be held responsible, which of course I think we as young people for make we able feel more safe, for make we able take more actions, get for do with the conducive of the platform. We don't all get it on create. Say as an activist, you can come and say whatever thing way you want for say, else not the truth. Else you get for do with the guidance of young people for going on the right track. But whatever thing way you say now, yeah, my brother also did in a studio, but you know go say everything. We don't go say whatever thing where they go against the
definitely.
government because tomorrow na here you go see them something no go done the program they go send for a police for where you can't take out from the
You know
program.
go fast if you see like near so so
So this is something where young people already don't see as a gap, and it's a threat. For we as young people for see the wrong, they will not say I'm out. Now in they make most of the things, most of the actions the way they see young people need for take, they see with they balance them because tomorrow where you tima before, now you know the person they go held responsible. I think it's something very, very, very threatful for we as young people and we need for make sure say them platform then they will be very conducive and a platform where very accessible where we dey see as Akikam and say the right thing. Just that we need actions from the government, we need actions from the authorities we need for take actions. Let me look at the CLM police where they refrain from the area of unprotected body then at risk. Let me also look at the Freetown City Council. Freetown City Council will tell you say we na for the we dey for. The Sierra police go tell you say na for things wey like wey na unwanted things wey go dey na street. We dey always make sure say young people or we see say human get a kind of free and fair platform wherein maybe the human rights also na one of the things that we say no go dey na street wey dey disturb the other person. But we dey see say young people dey run dat igboku. Let me look at Connaught. Yeah, it is a story wey I cover wherein young people up to 2 3 people dey na treat wey dey no die yet, dem dey na treat they don na treat. But when you ask, they go tell you say na dem people bring them, but Connaught no able register them, Connaught no able look at themselves because of the situation or the status wey dem bring them, na the Connaught hospital. So wetin they do na for ask them people dem dey out. So when you ask them out, who say they go? Pass them go na treat because na dem get right. And na treat other people vehicles, keke, bike, they all dey pass. But how we as young people go able put on we own issues them to government for make them take actions? I think this is a big question wey we need for always ask the government of Salone and also ask the authorities them, the people them, stakeholders the way then position them for make them answer them kind of questions there. But we are afraid because tomorrow when you talk, I no go downstairs, they don't come arrest and all in the studio. That's a threat we all afraid for. But moving forward, we not get for relent, we not get for sit down and set mouth, we get for talk. Because kind of we already don't give you life, say whatever thing will happen, I'm okay. If it comes here for take me life, I know say tomorrow, the history of Sierra Leone, they must capture Arnold say Arnold don't die because of something where it stand for when I write it. I mean, you don't think say how you see that kind of situation as an activist, you don't get the platform for say something we very rightful, where you think say that you right for make you able change other people their lives them. How you feel for make you do your work?
uh, once we people in the fear for someone get family, you know.
Yeah, where
Somebody
you get
thinks
for feel?
somebody thinks like
Sure.
I know they can't talk on something issue
Mm-hmm.
we will affect me tomorrow, we get for negatively impact my family
Mm-hmm.
because you know get picking house for take care of, you
Mm-hmm.
get human, you get people wey dey look up to you for take care of
They
them.
go they go
They
looking at
expect say they kind of media and they can't talk about things you say. Yes,
sure.
it's painful, you know, if in a real certain issue where you want to say, hey, okay, this thing that's what happen. Let's see how best we able for come together as young people and kind of public and can debunk all this issue.
Yeah.
The next year they will say they say here that protest against
Mm-hmm.
I don't call name, you know. So like
Mm-hmm.
before them put you in a institution and they think of that is why now you can imagine say majority of them civil society organization the way they talk that they
All long get
now
silent.
all don't get silence
Yeah.
because one, that platform not there for them,
Sure.
you know. Two, the support not there for them.
Yeah.
Because one thing person them do first, they try for map outside the support they come out and try for stop them and that
Mm-hmm.
channel.
Yeah.
Basically, when I stop channel, what's the next you dey think of? Just like we when they run on an institution.
First we go under the
If
system.
he at all when they get resources for continue now
Mm-hmm.
automatically we not get voted because we not get for do it money there for
Mm-hmm.
voting. You
Mm-hmm.
therefore you
Resources,
therefore
yeah.
you therefore buy internet, you therefore pay for electricity. So it's resources cost.
Yeah.
So if you look at all anything and they we believe say na something we they push you back, say this man might focus on some other things else. And you look at the issue of council and WhatsApp and also the issue of and Connaught we be they make
Mm-hmm.
emphasize on
Mm-hmm.
of.
So dead body
One
then
of the
at
things
least.
that we
Yeah.
I be they feel like say government for they do, government for be create a special rehabilitation hub center, a clinical hub center, whereas all young people and we don't fall into that, able for go and try for see how better and able special people them where if the situation not do too worse, the people wey they provide psychosocial counseling for them.
Sure.
Some of them young people are so really involved into them things and then but some of them not peer group influence.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but if they get that kind of because society they turn back at them, the people that they turn back at them because they can say as far as they don't involve into anything and they have literally nothing to do to them.
Yeah.
So we need
That's the
say
development. Yeah.
if we get a center whereas we they provide psychosocial counseling for them. They don't only they provide psychosocial counseling for them, they also they provide relief for them, a different skills to them. You know, for see how best the young people they are also able for learn something, able for do something for themselves and believe in what they do. You know, we all know say addiction is something very bad. Where addiction done too chronic into you. You know, even if you want for sleep, you want for do that things we don't addict into.
Sure.
So then thing they all let's try for see how best we save the group or push into reforms. That is why we are approaching the 2028 elections.
Yeah.
We as young people we get rules for play. Let's ask ourselves, what do we want to see Sierra Leone in the next 5 years to come? And which kind of leader we want to see
But
as
was
Sierra
Zainab
Leone?
Sharif
Uh,
na
well,
prison so
well, in
because of
the
it say
in the issue
something?
of
Yeah.
Zanab Sharif,
Mhm.
I'm not like for deliberating that much, you
Sure.
know,
Okay.
because due to certain personal reasons and
Yeah.
certain reasons.
Yeah.
So I can just say, and You as young people, you get to be mindful of what they do, and you get to be mindful of what they say out na street.
Very correct.
Because
Yeah.
if you say something tomorrow where you go put you into a situation where you know go on for explain or express yourself, it will be very challenging. So we na young people, we dey see, we dey hold self. Now this also will get voice the time they reach very soon. If we want for see not change we
Changes.
want for see,
Yeah.
we don't know the kind of things for can try for and express your
Demonstrate
anger or
or
whatever.
whatever.
That is
Yeah.
not a way to express our anger. We need to think this time around. We need to think critically and see, you know. But some people and they get that kind of political ideology we say na XYZ. Same around, let's forget about political ideology.
Mhm.
Let's think about the interest of the people.
Sure.
How we dey able for hotels? How we get students wey dey the university, they don't get fees.
Sure.
They don't get people wey dey pay for them. Then they find that very challenging.
But
Get
couldn't
people that
drop off from
they
the
pull it
courses. Yeah.
out of exam because
Sure.
of hotel. So that thing they all if you say they raise up hotel, some of who run they want because we
Sure.
see situations in them. So like we believe say yes young people, let's focus on what we dey do and prepare ourselves and not wait for no opportunity can meet you. Believe say anything wey you dey do, just believe in them. One day it must reach to
Changes
that
must happen.
level we
Yeah.
want to see. So like that is the
Yeah. Thank you so much. Of course, we actually be the look road for make we get another side of the story we get for with the financial service from the Institute of Public Administration, we in IPAM. But we don't get we brought a mufti, we for don't do it to study. But because of one way or the other, I think we get a challenge from that particular one day. But waiting we brother they say very clear get for do it. We own as young people and we own voices, how it will be matter in regards to decision making, in regards to bringing all stakeholders or bringing people away concerned at the round table for make we sit down and discuss on issues where we think say young people already don't they bring that table but they are not considered. But I think it's very, very important as we dey move to the 2028 elections. It's not about talking of elections or political issues, but let me look at the standard of living of young people. Let me also look at we as young people, wetin we dey face. Now the studies the way we dey do na university. Yes, I get a personal story of most of my brothers or friends them we don't drop off from course because they don't get the resources, they don't get the money for pay for themselves. At first we be get granting aid, but this time around not the hear about granting aid sef.
ah
It is something on something where they work underground. If you not
you
sabi
know
the system, it no go
yeah
be considered.
one of the things they feel like say
Mhm.
they think and say young people for use one anyhow
Whatever,
for
yeah,
for them
sure.
get programs and invite we and say invitation
Mhm.
will be available just after
Only to
that
be
then for the
seen,
hotel.
yeah.
That's way they affect people no we get so many brilliant young people
Very, yeah.
where they capable of do so many things but
Mhm.
the support are not there
Yeah, the
and
platform, they know they create
university they
platform.
coerce
Yeah,
students
sure.
and it affects student studies.
So,
Because if you remember, I say I for pay fees, I for do that, I for hotel, other countries they get support when they give to young people
mhm.
Whereas they even they pay students
Sure.
Country like Guinea they pay,
Yeah.
Senegal they pay, Burkina Faso they pay. You understand?
At least when
But
they go push you
well,
so
like
much where
it
you
they
go
give them
get faith. Yeah.
because one when the youth are empowered, when the youth are well educated, we believe say certain community issues they would affect we,
Go be
certain national
addressed.
issues they would self. Get people that they will be able to come with self. But I don't believe in possible you go come out go by under,
Mhm.
come can't say you get
Uh,
this, you get that.
let's
Oh,
look
so
at
that's kind
all
of
the
don't believe in
investments, all the
like
big places over there, but
yeah,
now people will come up from other countries. Now they
definitely.
can't invest
Definitely. And there are certain companies that way they operate in the country they are not owned by
at
citizens.
all. At all,
They
yeah.
will come, they will use people
Hmm.
by using the citizens.
Yeah, because
You
of
get
labor.
yeah,
When they need
you
labor.
get institutions that we silent citizens they work up to now some of them maybe receive their salary.
Yeah.
People that we don't retire from the institution and they don't even receive their pension. People that they need some man only for the past 10 years. they work out for im pension. Some man no dey for the passport sef. Issue no dey dey pa. If you wan for know say issue dem dey, then you go na court. You go na Panama, you get some man dey na Panama go no more in nothing. You no sabi
Mm-hmm.
say wetin you do.
Mm-hmm.
You don dey no more. Like
Yeah,
that
but
thing dey
Kuma
on.
don't
You
dey
dey
na
for think,
Palembang. No, in case
yeah.
self, they don't even dey think but
We therefore think of
you
other
know.
things and they and see how best we able to get a proper reform
Sure.
and time for put certain mechanisms and way able for address the issue and because at the end of the day, if you still say we able for address curiosity dey happen.
Mm-hmm.
Because when young people they are angry and they're very bad moments and they because they're capable of doing anything.
Anything, yeah.
So like in that situation and they we really encourage the young people like for go at least and do something short as that.
Yeah.
So that is why we they always provide a platform
Yeah,
we actually
sure.
encourage them for when
Sure.
they do some things we will be very positive for community and society.
Thank you so much. And of course, that's now really the purpose of this particular program where we say distance to youth. Of course, we're not going to say people that are going to treat for go fet. We're not going to say people that are going to treat for go cause abok or whatever thing because of the challenges that we they get. But also for make we able give more sense to them, for make we able advise them that tomorrow changes will happen. Get brain. You know, all the things and these are all challenges of young people. But there is no platform for make we able to say all the things there for make them be, they go be addressed, you know. And if you're not the part of the system, you're out. This is something very clear. And of course, as a journalist and as an activist, I no go sit down in the studio for make I just get something very good. Where I say me young people and me other brothers and sisters and they suffer very much now the society they within day. I think this is very clear. And thanks to we brother boss Ahmed for make you give more time for make you be part of this program when I give sense to you. But moving forward, as we end up the program, to end on the bet we maybe in 1 minute or whatever thing, where you will able to say an advice or maybe a word of courage to young people.
So me what is very simple. We as young people get responsibility for playing our community. We don't look to the older folks then. Or focus on things that were necessary for we and things that were necessary for community. And see how best we're able to keep the community safe, environment clean, and see how we're able to improve to self and support each others in whatever things we do. So I don't think say we as young people before we go involve ourselves into conflict, taking drugs
No
that will not
violence
help
also,
us.
yeah.
We believe say if we don't be very well informed, very well sensitive what whatever things we say get voice for being inclusive and help for shape laws and also contribute to foreign policies them where they can benefit economical benefits for the country and for society at large. So that, thank you.
Thank you so much, and plenty thank you to we brother we joining our studio today, and of course, they serve as an executive director or as an head for organization we get for do with young people in Africa and more so for Salon. We want to say plenty thank you to you for make you give more time for come and give more sense of motivate young people in regards to all the daily life or the daily steps that we will take for make we succeed in our life. And of course, these are all challenges, but with all that, we keep on the faith as young people. We know say tomorrow changes will happen. We know say tomorrow as young people, we self get the ability, we self get the sense, we self get the platform for make we create a change now with society where we day. With all the challenges, let we keep on the faith and let we continue for work very hard for make sure say change come that the society change come na salon. And with me, we can always serve as you the host, we na Anul Kintu. And we say plenty thank you for you. We don't give you time for follow the program and listen to the program on air. And so we people we don't give a lot of comment them, but we're not going able to read comment them presently. But we want to say plenty thank you to Una and to the production team. We headed by Jonah, we make us we live on air, and we will make sure say this program no go just stop here. We will continue for Q&A, most of the things that we will discuss here so today for make una get them very clear. Thank you so much for the listeners and to the production team and to the executive producer winner Madam Maria Makaifona. Thank you so much. Tata till next week. Wednesday again, 4 o'clock. Jason Swing will come to you. Done. Thank you so much. My brother. Let the whole church as if you know the part of the system, you know going to see the happen, eh? They can't see now we are big. They're not so like you. Time. Because this stuff will be don't get so that possible. If we don't think I go like that. Nothing up there. Judah, how you see it? In a mango, I get to. The thing you don't get beer and a mango. So I see him. Claire, thank you so much. Thank you, boss. And see you know that? Yes, it was sad. Mufti.